Hi Chess Masters, Coach Sipho here. The previous video was the introduction of the Art of Positional Chess series. And on that video, we did explain that positional chess is nothing other than the art of placing your chess pieces on their optimal squares, where they will reach their full potential and where they will be most effective. Keeping that definition in mind, this means a knight and the bishop are not automatically 3 points from when the game starts, but they have a potential of becoming 3 points if you handle them well and if you help them reach their full potential. Only then will they be worth 3 points. And this does not only apply to the minor pieces, knights and bishop. This principle also applies to all pieces, the rook, the queen, all the chess pieces. For example, the rook is not 5 points from when the game starts. It has the potential to become 5 points if you help it achieve its full potential. Okay, so this series will help you understand all these chess pieces, and when you understand them, you will be able to satisfy them. Once you satisfy all of them, they will help you win games. As you may have guessed, we can't deal with all these chess pieces in one video. Today, we are going to focus on the knight. So without any more delays, let's dive into it. A knight has a potential to become 3 points when it reaches its full potential. But when the game starts, when the knights are still on their starting position, we can say they are only worth 1 point. And if your memory is strong, you will remember that on our previous video, we even made a human being analogy. And we said that each and every person has a potential to become something very great. Okay? But not every human being is acting in such a way that will help them to reach their full potential. Okay? For example, if you take care of your health, if you, let's say you love chess and you work very well, you will become very healthy, and then you will become very good at chess. And everything that you do, if you invest time on it, you will reach your full potential. But most people, the life they are living now, they haven't reached their full potential, including my life. I haven't yet reached my full potential. Okay, so let's go back to chess. Hope you understand my analogy. A knight, when it is on its starting position, we can say it is only worth 1 point. If you play the game, especially beginners, they like pushing pawns the whole game. So they will never experience the benefits of having a knight, because you need to help your pieces first. Once you help your pieces, they will also help you. If you don't help your pieces, then they won't help you. It is as simple as that. So a knight undeveloped is only worth 1 point. And the basic need of a knight, just develop it to f3. This one likes f3, this one likes c3. Once you place your knights here, now they are no longer worth 1 point, but they are worth 2 points. Okay, because here they are controlling more squares. Okay, they are controlling more squares. That is why a knight on f3 is better than a knight on g1. So an attentive student might ask, so Coach Sipho, when will the knight become 3 points? When will the knight reach its full potential? Okay, that's a very good question. A knight will reach its full potential when it get when it becomes like this knight. We call this an outpost. An outpost is a square in the opponent's territory. You see, this is the opponent's half. Starting here, going that direction is the opponent's half. So if you can plant your knight in the opponent's half on a square that is protected, preferably by a pawn, then we call that an outpost. And it must be a square where there is no pawn that will be able to chase the knight away. Here, as we can see, that this pawn can no longer go back and dislodge the knight. Same thing with this pawn. So no pawn will be able to dislodge that knight. So we call that an outpost. A knight becomes 3 points when it is in the opponent's half. Why should the knight be in the opponent's half, you might ask? Unlike the rooks, the queen, and the bishop, all these pieces that I've just mentioned are long-ranged pieces. A rook doesn't have to be in the opponent's half in order to attack there. It is a long-ranged piece. It could be in its own half, but it can still attack in the opponent's half. Same thing happens, same thing applies to the bishop, same thing applies to the queen. All of them are long-ranged pieces. However, a knight is not a long-ranged piece. It is a short-range piece. It is a short-range piece, meaning, let's say this rook was here. It's a long-range piece. It could attack all the way, even if it is on its own half. Okay? But if you take a knight and put it on its half, it doesn't have much influence on the opponent's half, and it can't help with the attack. Am I making sense? So that is why the optimal square for the knight is when you place it in the opponent's territory. Ideally, if it is protected by the pawn and there is no opponent's pawn that can push it back. That is the ideal square for the knight. And once the knight gets there, it becomes 5 points. Now, in most cases, that is why you will see very strong players. Let's say the bishop wasn't there. That is why you will see very strong players sacrifice their rook for their knight. And players who are not so strong will be like, no, I learned from when I started playing chess that a rook is 5 points. So you can't give up 5 points for 3 points. But a stronger player knows that a rook is not automatically 5 points. So this rook in this position is not 5 points. Hence, that is why black can afford to sacrifice the rook, because this rook here is less than the knight. It is 1 point or 2 points. The knight is greater than that bishop. Okay? So a rook is not automatically 5 points. A knight is better than this rook in this position. So let me give you some exercises. I just want to show you something. If you give a lot of chess players, in fact, if you give chess players this position, more than 95% of them will be able to come with the winning move for white here. In less than a minute, they will be able to spot that white has a checkmate in 2 moves. Okay? There's a checkmate in 2 moves for white. So most players wouldn't have a problem to find queen takes h7, queen takes h7, king takes, and then checkmate, because the pawn is defended by the bishop The king cannot take, and it is a discovered check. From there, a rook. The bishop can't block because it's also a check from the pawn. It's a double check. So most players wouldn't struggle to find the solution for this position. But if you give most players this position, there are no tactics here. There are no mating tactics. Most players wouldn't know what to do. White is not winning a piece here. White is not checkmating. So most players don't know what to do here. But not you. You've just learned about a knight. You know where to place the knight in order for it to reach its full potential. So even on your games, when there are no tactics, when there are no immediate attacking moves, you shouldn't feel like you don't know what to do. You should help your pieces reach their full potential. So what is the dream square for the knight? What would you play if it was knights? If it was whites, move in this position. Remember, if you can't attack, improve your pieces. Help your pieces reach their full potential, because the knight here is not worth 3 points. It is only 1 point. So the exercise for today is, where can you place the knight so that it reaches its full potential? There are 2 squares. Please let us know on the comment section. Thank you for watching this week's video. I hope now you have a solid understanding of how to use the knight and how to help it reach its full potential. If you do, please help our channel grow by smashing that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so that you will be here when we explain how to make the bishop reach its full potential, and when we're also explaining other pieces, including the pawns. By the end of this series, you will understand the needs of each and every piece, and you will become a positional genius. Until next video, peace.